Hey guys, welcome to the Strangio Show. My name is Steve Strangio. I run the show, damn it. Coming to you live from Cedar Grove, New Jersey. This is Time Warp Comics and Games. Guys, you gotta come down and check this place out. It is freaking awesome. My guest, who I'll introduce in just a second, came in here for the first time, and just like images all over the place, grabbing things and taking things, and that's what you're gonna be like when you walk in there, because there's so many things here, so come check us out. So like I said, my name is Steve Strangio. Over there on the couch is Kelly Spoer.
Hi.
Hey Kelly, how you doing?
Hi Steve.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
You know, I've obviously I've known you before this, and I've always, every time I sit down and talk with you, I love that you just are so passionate about things, and you have a point of view about things.
I'm very opinionated.
I like that. I think
Yes.
we need opinions.
I have lots of opinions.
There you go. And you know, and one of the policies we have about the show is that we're kind of anti-snark. It's okay to do a little snark, which I think is perfectly fine. I think you need to occasionally criticize something, but I've seen a lot of shows on the web where basically just sitting around just talking about how much things suck. And that's not what we want to do here. We're passionate about fandom and geek culture here, and you know, not to like sound all like, you know, go rah rah yay yay. We do love the positive side. You know, were you ever a cheerleader?
No, I was in marching band.
Marching band, which
So
is
it's
cool.
kind of like cheerleading.
I think the marching band is the engine, you know, that keeps the things moving. Whenever I would go to a game, you know, it's like, here's the strange thing about me. Fun fact about Steve.
Fun fact.
Not only am I, you know, a bit of a geek, a bit of a fan, I'm also a jock.
Oh.
And so I'm like sort of a hybrid. You know, I played soccer. I've actually invented a sport called zone ball. You know, but at the same time, I love comic books and I love science fiction, superhero movies. So, what's my category? I have no freaking idea.
No, I was in the color guard, so I don't even know how to play an instrument. So I just waved
cool.
a flag.
You can wave a flag like nobody's
I
business.
think I really could, or at
Yeah.
least I did back in the day.
Yeah, okay. But you're also a fan of a comic book, I understand, or a graphic novel.
Yes.
Is there? I wonder if there's a way, and we got Jason behind the camera. If she showed her tat,
Oh wait, let me take one.
is there a way that she can actually see that? She has this awesome tattoo. Sandman is her favorite, so let's take a look at it right there. There you go. Just back and forth, and while we're looking at it, read what that says.
There are paths outside this garden.
Now, what exactly does that mean?
Okay. Spoiler alert.
Is it a spoiler alert?
It's
if you say it?
kinda a spoil. Well, no.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoiler. Hit it.
Okay, so towards the end of the series, you have Delirium, which is one of the Endless,
Gotcha.
who's the sister to Death, aka the Sandman.
Gotcha.
And they have to figure out how to get to Sandman's son,
Okay.
Orpheus.
Gotcha.
And so they go visit their other brother called Destiny,
Okay.
who is chained to this big giant book and knows everything, and he walks this garden. Now, in a fit of actual clarity, Delirium kind of starts yelling at Destiny that says, do you remember why I changed from Delight to Delirium? And she basically said, there are things you don't know. There are paths outside this garden.
Awesome.
And it's a constant reminder that there's always another way of looking at things, and you can't know everything.
Gotcha.
So
That's the thing about Sandman. It's like here it is. I know it exists. My wife Helena is immersed in that world. One of our gifts in our marriage, I gave her like a Sandman compendium with like notes, you know, written in the line. And she had that exact response was what she had. You know, I think she is Delirium. I think she is pretty much has embodied that.
yeah, I've been told that myself.
There you go. So it's like you two are sisters in the
Yes,
world of Sandman.
kindred.
So I'm new, whereas I know it exists, and I know it's elevated the art of the graphic novel. It's not just a comic book; it's art as far as we're both concerned. Literature. It is literature. What drew you to the character and the whole story?
Actually, I had never read a comic or a graphic novel before Sandman.
Wow.
I know. And which is funny because I really like fantasy, I really like sci-fi, but I was in college and I have friends who were like, no, you have to read this. And that's how I started, obviously started with the first one and fell in love with it. Fell in love with the story and the art, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And it was just so different from my preconceived notions of what a comic book was.
That's what I think a perfect graphic novel or comic book should be. It's something that you're connected to. Something that, you just go, oh my God, I can live through this world. I understand. This person knows me, and now I can vicariously live through this character and this story, perhaps learn some things about myself.
Which you do.
Yeah.
Which you do.
Which is great.
It's, because you have the Endless, which there's 7 of them, and they are the embodiment of everything.
Yeah.
So you have, like, a desire, you have, oh my God, I'm the worst fangirl right now.
That's okay.
Destiny, delirium, you have death, you have dream,
Wow.
you have despair, and another one, which would be kind of a spoiler.
Bucky. We think Bucky.
Bucky.
Bucky is the one they never really talk about.
They don't really talk about Bucky. That's a crossover right there.
Yeah, sometimes
that's
you gotta...
the Marvel Vertigo crossover.
You gotta cross promote. The kids don't understand.
You do.
That.
You
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
It brings everyone into the fold.
So, if you had to encapsulate, I know we've been talking about it for a bit, but if you had to encapsulate what Sandman, the story of Sandman, is, what would that be?
Growth, actually.
Yeah.
How a character has been one type of embodiment of his own, like Dream. And he was very stuck in his own world. And then literally, and you find this out within the first few pages, so it's not a spoiler alert,
Right.
he gets pulled into our world.
Right.
And he's literally taken out of his dream world.
Right.
And it changes him. He sees a different perspective.
Wow.
And he realizes things about himself that he's like, oh, God, I messed up.
Right.
And so basically it's a story of him atoning for his sins.
Okay.
Almost.
Yeah. Almost a hero's journey kind of way.
Yeah, definitely a hero's journey. There is a part where he does go down to hell, and he does come back.
Okay.
But it deals with, all sorts of mythology.
Yeah.
Very much a hero's journey a la Joseph Campbell.
Awesome. Fantastic. All right, so
Yes.
we got about a minute left. You had some talking points. Did we touch all the talking points that you feel you wanted to get out there? Is there maybe one, while we have a minute left, that you just wanted to toss out there to the world about Sandman?
If you've never read a graphic novel ever, this is your gateway drug. Hands down, gateway
Nice.
drug. It was mine. If you like any fantasy, sci-fi, metafiction even, if you're not even, or a lit major, you will love this.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm all in. I'm going to make that happen as quickly as possible. All right, guys, my name is Steve Strangio. Sitting there on the couch is...
Kelly Spoer.
And, Kelly, if you can hang around, we're going to do we're going to talk about some more stuff. Some comic book stories, superhero stories, and you can toss in some of your own views there if you like.
Fantastic.
And come back on the show. I want you to come back on the show and we'll talk more stuff.
I will.
All right, fantastic. Once again, folks, hang out with us, facebook.com/The Strangio Show. We're on so many different platforms. You can watch us however you like, on your TV, on your mobile device. The future. It's the future. And just hang out with us, and we always want to talk to you about what you love most about geek culture and fandom. Thanks for hanging out with us, Steve Strangio. It's the Strangio Show. Bye-bye.
The Strangio Show! Yeah! The Strangio Show!